Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my platform. Those of you that are returning and those of you that are new, welcome to my platform. My name is Astraea Love, and I'm going to be doing a reading for you guys today. So I hope everybody has had a good day wherever you guys are at in the world. God bless you and peace be with you. Okay. So please know, you guys, that my readings are timeless, which means whenever you get to this video, there's going to be messages in here for you. I suggest that you guys watch all of my readings on this platform at your leisure. I would just go through the different title descriptions like after this video and select another one and watch that. Because each reading is going to hold an Easter egg of knowledge for you to decode about your own spiritual journey. And my hopes is that throughout these readings, because these readings are to prosper you, they are to benefit you, to help you understand your own situation, and to help you reclaim your power back, to help you use your discernment. So my hopes is that you practice using your discernment while we're here. And then when you're in your regular life, I would hope that it would just come second nature to you. Okay. All right. If you guys could like the video, I would greatly appreciate it. Please and thank you. It helps keep this platform alive. And it is so important that you guys reciprocate the energy back. I can't stress that enough. But thank you guys for all of your support, your love, your caring messages, and all of that, and your stickers, all of that. I really do enjoy interacting with you guys. And so I am extremely grateful. So I just want to say thank you. If you guys could smash that like button, tap the notification bell, make sure you are subscribed. All that stuff is really, really important. Okay, so by watching my readings, you are agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself, and with any of the information being channeled. Here, please be on your best behavior because the Most High God is watching and the Holy Spirit is listening. By watching my readings, you are agreeing to not attack, bully, or persecute me, anybody in the comments, or anybody in the chat, because it's just uncalled for and unnecessary. So I'm going to be talking about two books that are tagged in that. Well, if you go to the tagged products, you're going to see a whole list of different metaphysical supplies. Now, just like when I used to work for the metaphysical store, I go through the shops and I select the supplies for what's in my shop based upon the energy and the price that it's being sold at so that it's affordable for you guys. So anyways, check out the different metaphysical supplies in the shop. You may find something that you really like. You may find, you're going to see some Florida water there. You're going to see crystal bracelets. You'll see crystal singing bowls. Each reading will have different products because sometimes the seller will sell out of products and then I have to select a new one. So check it out. Also, tagged in the products and linked in the description box below is this book. It's called The Truth of God. This is an advanced intuitive living workbook, and it is written by Michael STEADMAN, who is a doctor of divinity. Now, I've been using the techniques from The Truth of God for 11 years with success, and it has helped me create the reality that I want to actually live in, and I know that it will do the same for you. So this is why I talk about it. So I'm going to read the back of the book. If we have time at the ending of this reading, I'll go into depth about it, but this is definitely one that you guys want to get. It's a book that you will continually use. It's not one that, first of all, it's extremely easy to read. Font is big, and so if English is your second language, you can absolutely read this one. Doesn't have any complicated words in it. It's very easy to read. But this is me throwing you guys a bone. I can lead a horse to water, but I can't make it drink. This book has literally changed my life. Welcome in, Kiwi Kid. It's changed my life. And so I do know that it will change yours as well. So the truth of God is an evolutionary encounter with that which we know as God, gaining new perspective into who we are and from where we came. First, the journey to God takes you to the realm where it all began, making many discoveries along the way. Next, the story of God explains what has seemed to be indescribable, creation and the path that led to what we perceive to be reality. Last, in the spiritual workbook, Michael gives us information and techniques that will allow us to free ourselves from those. Where'd it go? Dude, do I have it memorized? That would be so crazy. Creation, the path that led to what we see through reality. Okay. Last, in the spiritual workbook, Michael gives information and techniques that will allow us to free ourselves from those ideas and emotions that are hindering our spiritual progress, and methods to open up the channel between the conscious mind that we are aware of and the inner consciousness that many are becoming aware of. If you've ever heard anybody say inner self, that's kind of what we're talking about here. So I am from America. I hope God bless wherever you guys are at in the world. by the way. The second book I'm going to talk about very briefly is the book that I have written, and it is called Vassago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells, written by me, Astraea Love. I created this book because I only had God, Vassago, and the Holy Spirit to teach me how to read cards correctly. So I created a book that will do exactly that for those of you that are interested. And you want to use I have also tagged in the products and linked in the description box below, the Quick and Easy Original Rider-Waite Tarot Deck with the description on the cards. It makes it so much easier to read the cards when the description is just right on them. So I'm going to read the back of my book. Yes, this book is mine. And then I will be getting into the reading. Also, just an FYI, please like the video. If you guys have any personal questions, you can send me a $20 super chat with your question, and I will pause the collective reading and I'll answer your question. Okay, so I have it independently published, but if you go to the tagged products, you'll see this book and you can select it. And I also have a link in the description box below for this. Okay, so Astraea Love is a psychic/intuitive that has been living between the spiritual and the physical world since she was a little girl playing with the fairies in her backyard. She has helped countless people find answers to their life's questions about their experiences with the help of the Most High God, providing inspiration in many forms. This book was inspired by the Ars Goetia spirit known as Vassago. He has assisted me in designing the different tarot card spreads in this book so that they cater to your personal experience. I, for one, know how difficult it can be to read cards for yourself due to our personal attachment to the outcome. This book will assist you in getting past that blockage and in obtaining the spiritual truth that will set you on your divine life purpose, aka spiritual path. This book of never before created major arcana spreads references the standard Rider-Waite tarot deck for all explanations and includes spells and rituals for each of the 22 cards. Out of the tarot deck, 22 of the cards are the major arcanas. I wrote this book off of the major arcana. If you guys end up leaving me a book review and you want me to write a book on the minor arcana, it would be a much bigger book, but I could definitely do that at some point. So make sure that once you get this book that you leave me a review, okay? And people have been telling me, so I recommend that you use this deck, but people have been telling me that they've been using oracle cards and all different types of decks and that it still works. So that is a good thing, right? So then different card combination descriptions are gifted from my years of practical knowledge and are included in the back of the book in the additional notes section. Okay, so the message that I have for you guys. No, I don't have a website. But if you go to the tag products or you can even just go to Google and search, do a search on Vassago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells. It'll pull one up. Okay, Kiwi Kid. Irene knows that you have trouble with your digestive tract. You was on a psych med, okay, and doctors think it delayed your gut. And Elizabeth knows too and is attacking also. Okay, so the gut is the solar plexus, and the solar plexus is the yellow chakra. It's like right here, right below the sternum. Also, Judgment's stepson, TJ's in his 20s. You think that he might be sleeping with Irene too? Damn, that's messy. Okay, let's look into it, though. Let's look into it. Okay. So let's look at your digestive tract. So you're on a medication, but are you not taking it anymore? Let me make sure that that's gone down. Okay. Are you not on the med anymore? And so the doctor think that it delayed your gut? Does that mean like slowed down your metabolism? I mean, I do get that you have a self-worth issue that could be causing your solar plexus to be low right now. And I think that, well, we're going to pull some cards and see, but I think that, I think that you're probably right about some of this stuff. So, and Elizabeth is also a witch. Okay, so in the future, if you find out that somebody is a witch, probably don't date them. That's what I would say. And again, what people's version of witchcraft is going to be different than what I would tell you it is. But I like, if you cast spells on yourself, go for it. I only have a problem when people do baneful shit to other people with witchcraft. That's where I draw my line. But other than that, you know, like if you pray with candles and stuff like that, I don't consider that to be witchcraft. Also, if you guys could like the video, I would greatly appreciate it. Please and thank you. All right, let's cut the deck and see what we have. See who pops out today. The Hierophant. Okay, so the Hierophant can be cults, secret societies, religions, covens. It can also represent people who have some type of like spiritual authority. I would also say that the Hierophant could be like, it could be a group of people, okay, with somebody who is leading it. It could also be a judge, like a court official, or it could be somebody in the judicial system. For you, I'm getting that this Hierophant group is, I think, some religious person that you know, some prayer person. Okay, so what does the Hierophant have to do with this situation? Oh, it also talks about medicine, so it could be doctors as well. I usually don't think of it as doctors, but it could be doctors. So, so what I would want to ask is that so you think Steve is a warlock? I was wondering if he was. Yeah, I've been thinking about that. Okay, so did you tell your doctor that you stopped taking the medication? I mean, I'm sure that you're on top of it, but you just want to make sure that you are keeping your doctor up to date. Without knowing what the medication is, I can get a compatibility on it. It seems like it's low compatible for you. I don't think it was really helping with your mood that much. 5 of Swords. Okay, so be aware of people who are trying to put themselves first. These people, if this is Steve that's being a warlock, I'd get that. But I also get that Elizabeth has some type of magical ability. And Irene does magic. So the people that you're dealing with do magic. And I think that what this magic is supposed to do is preserve them, but they're doing it with the intention to do something illegal or take from you. So that's, you know. Oh, okay. It's Geonun, and you took it for 5 to 6 months, and they took you off years ago. So have you felt like so there's a couple things with digestion, like you want to make sure you have a good probiotic balance, but do you feel like you're, what I'm getting is that you have a solar plexus issue? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. She's trying to retaliate. I do feel that, but, as far as it affecting you, I think more you're picking up on it empathically than actually absorbing the magic. That's what I'm getting. The more that you do the God technique, it's like you're breaking these spells off of you at such a fast rate that it's quite astonishing to me. I'm also getting that this Hierophant group, okay, this could be in multiple situations in your life with somebody who's a witch or a warlock, but these groups, or somebody that's in religion that's also a witch and a warlock, these groups are literally doing something illegal. They're trying to preserve something that they have going on. So I think what we should work on is getting your self-worth back, okay? Because it seems to me like there's a throat chakra and a solar plexus thing going on that are connected. So maybe you feel like you're not, maybe it's a feeling like you can't express yourself correctly, or you're not enough to express yourself, or that people are not going to believe you. That's what I'm getting. Even though if you were to tell the other psychic about everything you have going on, they would be able to see it, everything as well, and believe you. So it's not that people don't, I think it's you think that people don't believe you. And it's because of this situation with Irene, but it's more than just that. If we were to like take a bigger picture, like if we were to zoom out from the Irene situation, we would see that you feeling like you're not enough was existent with Elizabeth. And, it's like, and it's an insecurity that was created. You feel like people never believe you. I believe you. Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords. So look, these people are not happy. They're in grief. I think at one point you were not able to get out of bed. Okay. And these people now are facing the same exact type of misery. So, okay. So we're going to release and clear everything going on with the throat chakra. Well, actually, we're going to do all of your chakras, but I want to make sure that we address, because it's all about the way that you believe and feel that's going to draw on the experiences that you have. So I want you to know that you are heard, you are seen, and even if people dismiss you, those are just people who are not for you, okay? I'm serious. The right people will not dismiss you. Six of Cups. And when it comes to the past, I know you have a lot of pain with people in the past, but if you can, try to focus on the pleasant memories, the positive memories that you had. I think that that's going to switch your focus so that you're not just focusing on like the feeling of being, to me, it would be feeling like you're betrayed, but it's also that self-worth thing. You feeling like you're not enough to defend yourself, which you are. You're defending yourself by doing the God technique. You're literally defending yourself better than any other, than if you were to go do a whole ass ritual. I mean, you could still do a ritual, like a reversing ritual or a cord cutting or whatever, and it would still work. But I get that the God technique, every time you go into doing that technique, it detaches everything else that is trying to attach to you. Okay, so look, the devil, what the hell? Speaking of stupid attachments, I'm also getting that somebody is hoping that you're going to do something to lower like your guard down, or I want to say to lower your frequency. So these people could be thinking, well, I hope that he starts taking substances or drinking because that would lower his frequency and then I would gain access. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles. Okay, let me ask who the Knight of Pentacles that's attached to the devil is. Is that, is the Knight of Pentacles Steve? No, this is somebody else. Do you know somebody named Peter? I don't know why that name was coming through. Okay, let's see who the Knight of... Wow, the Page of Wands. Wow, I was about to shuffle and that just flopped out in a weird way. Okay, so I think that the Page of Wands energy is whoever TJ is. That's what I'm getting. So let me just ask, is TJ sleeping with Irene? Irene's coming out as the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands, the Page of Wands. It seems like both of these people are actually on the same type of energy. They're on the same type of level as each other. I do think, see, this is what I'm saying. If you were to start doing something like what I do, you would make money because you're accurate. I do get that there's some type of weird relationship going on there. And it's only weird, I guess, because I'm thinking of Irene as being an older person and whoever TJ is being a younger person, like 30 or younger. But it's not actually that's not, I don't believe in I don't believe if, it doesn't matter what I believe. Underage shit is not appropriate. But once somebody becomes of age, then it's like we just have to let that go. So what do we need to know? I think for you, focusing on using the mind technique with all of these thoughts and beliefs that are blockages, and then creating affirmations like, people believe me, people listen to what I have to say, people understand me, I am heard, I am seen, I am loved. Four of Pentacles, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Your natural gifts and abilities literally trump what these people have going on. And they think that they've got gifts and abilities. These people are abusing their power, but you are so much stronger than them. So even if these people gang up together, they're still going to be in the Nine of Swords and the Devil crying and moaning about it, because you have gotten to a point now where you are much stronger than them. And they're lucky that you don't retaliate. Ten of Pentacles. I also get that this is being protected. Your connection to the community, your connection to others. I know I'm seeing like, what are those dogs? Are they called service dogs? That when you're blind, you have the dog walk with you. I don't know. Why am I seeing that? Why am I seeing a service dog? Oh, there's a dog on the card. Or is that a lamb? No, I think those are dogs. Yeah, they got baby, a child on the card, an old guy, 2 dogs, and then 2 other people that are communicating with each other. So, yeah, that's a dog. I don't know if you can have dogs, but yeah, I agree. They're definitely trying to exploit her, but she's kind of allowing it right now. So I don't think that she's aware that these people are as low vibrational as they are. Okay, what else do we need to know? So, while you outrank her in the spirit, you're also more powerful. Ace of Pentacles. I feel like this Ace of Pentacles is what these people want. They thought that they were going to get something from like casting you away or throwing you away. These people thought that God was going to reward them for punishing you. That's crazy. Any person that thinks that God is going to give them a reward if they hurt another person is not communicating to God. Okay. That is what the devil will do. The devil is the type of energy that will tell people to lie and steal and cheat and rape and unalive and all that crap. Okay. That's not, God is never going to be like, go hurt this other person. That will never happen. And if it's something is saying that, then it's not God. Shit. That's probably going to throw people for a loop. Ace of Wands. I'm still getting that your best days are going to be ahead of you. I don't think that you had an easy childhood, but I'm getting that literally the Ace of Pentacles to the Ace of Wands, your better days are ahead of you. You may end up finding something that you really enjoy to do. I'm also getting that these people, they wanted to join in your prosperity and your abundance, but they don't want to be accountable for, it's like wanting to ride you like a wave. Okay, that's the visualization that I'm getting. They don't want to be accountable for anything that doesn't go right, even though they know they're directly the cause of it. I get that you self-sabotage only in your beliefs. Other than that, you're taking the right actions. So what do we need to know moving forward? I think what makes the love situation difficult is that Irene is a very attractive, beautiful person. That's why she's got all these people connected to her. But I also get that she's not really a religious person. I don't get that at all. I don't get any type of religion with her. So what is her connection to the devil? Is it through these people? I feel like it is. 7 of Wands. You've had to definitely defend yourself. You've had to defend yourself, but it's in, I feel like you calling for judgment was the best thing that you could have done, because these people are being negatively influenced. Well, Irene's being negatively influenced by the devil, and so are these other people. And I don't feel like that they have access to the truth of God. They don't have access to any type of technique or knowledge that will help them get above this devil energy. And so where they're expecting this devil to be not with them and to be with you is crazy. She was with you and religious, and she hates you now because she lived religiously. Yeah. Interesting. Well, I get that she hates God. That's what she's feeling. She feels like God did something to her. God gave us free will to make our own choices. God's not doing anything to us, okay? Not in the way that people think. I mean, if you want to consider the universe God, then yeah, the universe will react in the way that it reacts with karma and stuff. But that's not something a human can really control. When karma gets triggered, all we can do is literally either clear it or work through it. Like, that's the 2 options. So let's see for the future. 10 of Wands. I'm getting that you can put down a whole a whole bunch of burdens just by releasing this situation. But if you feel like you're not strong enough to release it, remember that that's a self-worth issue. And this could be something that's cycling back into why in the past when you were on that medication, you still had this self-worth issue going on. So it's been for a little while now. And I feel like that if your solar plexus was working at full capacity, like a 10 out of 10, I feel like whatever indigestion that you're experiencing would probably dissipate. But I'm not a doctor, so make sure you continue to go to the doctor. And if you have, when I was living in the past, well, when I was in the past and it was my now then, okay, I had a self-worth issue and it caused me a lot of pain, like a lot of stuff. So I totally get it. But I think now is the time to release any limitations that you feel that you have and just know that even though people are working against you, that's not like they can bring these burdens over to you and just drop them off unless you open the door, but you're not opening the door to the devil or to these people. I also get that, Irene is feeling extremely burdened, like life is a constant battle. Maybe she feels like she's got to walk away from someone or walk away from a habit or a behavior that she just is having a hard time not doing. Okay. Yeah. I wonder if she's going to be relocated. Okay. What else do we need to know? Yeah, you defending yourself is very important, not allowing people to just treat you any type of way. And I feel like by you standing in your power and taking the accountability and going like, okay, yeah, there is something I can go within on and access when it comes to my self-worth. I feel like your energy is going to improve. Okay. And I feel like things are going to come much easier for you. There was something going on. Well, there was multiple things going on here that were not just affecting you specifically, but they were affecting everybody else. And that's what I'm feeling is welcome in, Firefly. That's what I'm feeling is being cleared up, at least today. And today's what we're working on today. And that's the influence that these people have had over others, which is kind of like gossipy, slandery type energy, and the way that gossip and slander shows up in the physical reality is usually it looks like witchcraft. So part of what you're experiencing actually is witchcraft, but it's not affecting you, not in the way that it was meant to. And be okay with releasing beliefs. Know that the conscious things that you're thinking that are limitations, like people never believe me, they don't want to listen to me, those are the ones that I want you to start clearing and changing. Start affirming the opposite. And do you continue to use affirmation until you feel like you don't need to and it's completely manifested? But at least when you affirm what you do want, it's creating a new neural pathway in your mind so that can actually come into fruition. So I do feel like still asking for stuff from the universe, from God, from Holy Spirit, from higher self. Still be open to receiving and asking, and release the need to control everything, because something may come to you in a better way. Okay, this is what just fell on the ground, the Five of Pentacles. These people have to walk away from trying to permanently immobilize you. I mean, literally. So I was wondering why I was seeing the service animal. I don't know if you have a service animal, but that was something that Spirit was bringing forward as, something that may assist you. I don't know if you can have animals or not where you live. So, the sad thing is that if it hadn't gone down like this, well, I think it's probably for the best for you to be not attached to anybody that's attached to the devil. That's what I feel. And not being attached to people that are doing baneful magic. So looking at why these people have been drawn in the circumstance, it may be tough, But if you address it head on, because you already have more power than a Hierophant does, in the spiritual realm. If you address it head on, I think you're going to be able to get past the feeling of not being enough, of not being heard, and all of that. And literally, this is the time for you to. She wasn't before this with Steve, which is probably that he's a warlock. But yeah, I would continue to still do everything in your power to take care of yourself, love yourself. Because remember, we were talking about yesterday, loving yourself more than you love her. I think that is an extremely important thing to do. Because if you love her then more than you love yourself, then you're going to always put yourself last. And where everybody else is going to put themselves first most of the time, it's time for you to put yourself first, especially in your mind by prioritizing your thoughts. So anytime that you have that thought that, oh, people don't believe me, oh, this, oh, that, I would stop yourself right there and be like, okay, we are not going to continue to think these thoughts. And then be like, what would be an alternative thought that would make me feel better about this situation? And if you can't think of a thought to think, I think that would be weird, because the opposite of the situation should just pop up. So like, let's say that you're stressed out about Irene, or you're thinking that people don't listen to you. I'm getting that it literally, there's a lot of witchcraft that's being cleared off of the rest of the people in the situation and in the world. And so people are not going to react to you as negatively as they have in the past. So that's like a door opening, which means some assistance that was denied before is going to get approved. Something maybe that you put through is going to get approved. So I feel like there's a win coming in. Okay, so for the collective reading, let's get a couple cards. I just want to let you guys know that somebody is being, I wanted to say discovered or uncovered. Maybe they were thinking that they were going to be hidden forever, but they're not being hidden. Like, this person's being exposed. Yeah, uncloaked, uncovered, exposed, and they feel really embarrassed. They feel really embarrassed. The lime at the bottom of that T. Okay, so let's see what comes out. Oh, blessing to you as well, Shaman Maria. King of Pentacles. This person, they act like they have it all. If they've got so much money and so much blah, 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 why is it not getting sharper? Come on, camera. I'm using a new thing today, so I may end up switching it. Anyways, I wanted to see how it would work. Who is the King of Pentacles to the collective? Is this somebody that I get that this is somebody that they think that they've mastered money or finances, and maybe this person comes from old money, or maybe they have mastered a business. But there are many ways that you can get rich nowadays. It's not always just winning the lottery and the things that we think of. That there are legitimate ways to get rich nowadays. Like, not Bitcoin. What's the other one? Well, cryptocurrency is one way, Okay, what do we need to know about the King of Pentacles? What's his relationship to the collective? Who is this person? And what do they want? Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Maybe this person feels like they feel like you're approachable. Maybe they also feel like they could contribute something. Why are they being exposed, though? What's up with this King of Pentacles? I think that somebody owes a King of Pentacles some money. Like, a lot. They owe a lot of money. Knight of Pentacles. This other person. Yes, this is a collective reading, but if you guys have personal questions, you can send me a $20 super chat with your question, and I will pause the collective reading and I'll answer your question. So yes. Well, let's see. Let's see how these people are connected. Is this a family relationship between these two people? No. Okay, so it's not through family. Is it through business? Yes. These people are connected through business. I get that this King of Pentacles, they have mastered something. Look, justice, you guys. Oh my gosh. That is such a big deal. That is such a big deal. To be this energy. Oh, thank you, Kiwi Kid. I will look at your question. To be this big deal, to have justice and be stable and self-sufficient, like literally, that's winning right there. These two people are connected to each other because they're bound financially. I don't feel like you're bound financially in the same way. So I don't know what these people did, but I'm going to go ahead and answer Kiwi Kid's question. So pausing the collective reading. Also, George, okay. Samara's. Irene has known him for 20 years, and he was out to break you guys up too. Okay. I wonder if he's also sleeping with Irene. I don't get a hit that George is. No. I don't even know if they still talk. It doesn't really feel like they talk. And it also feels like George was obsessed with Irene at one point. So maybe when you knew, yeah, they're like, shut up, shut up. This is what this person was trying to do. They were trying to silence you. Oh, you think that they have underground exploitation of Irene, like the dark web or something? That's something we can look for. Let's see. I want to use this deck. Yes, I'm going to use this deck, but I'm also going to use the Thoth deck first. Okay, so I don't feel a significant energy about George other than he was a hater. You know what? He's giving really weird. I'm not going to say really weird vibes. He's just giving vibes like he could be into cross-dressing or something else. That's what his vibration is giving. I don't know if that's relevant, but yeah, I don't get a hit on George being, maybe there was energy that was put out in the past, but I don't feel like he's attacking you right now. And I don't feel like he's sleeping with Irene. I do feel like TJ is. And what the hell? I wonder if Queen of Wands, speaking of Irene, here she is again as the Queen of Wands again. That's so funny. Yeah, I mean, is there exploitation going on? I get that there is exploitation going on, but I'm not getting a hit on the dark web. You know what type of exploitation this feels like? I probably butchered that word, my bad. The type of exploitation that this feels like is when somebody is like in your ear and they're feeding you a bunch of bullshit. That's the type of exploitation that I'm getting. Like these people are exploiting the fact that Irene is very gullible and believes people and will take their word for things. They're exploiting her for that. Okay. She's also, you know, been manifesting quite a bit lately, but it's like stuff that I want to say it's not long-lasting stuff. So whatever she's working on manifesting, it's like it's not something that's good for everyone. What is it she's calling in? She's trying to call in ruin into your life. And I'm telling you this, wow, my finger, my thing matches that color. Anyways, I'm not telling you this to make you afraid, but that's what's coming out. Ruin. She's experiencing ruin though. And because look, what you focus on, you will draw into your reality. If she's focused on ruining something, even if it's for you, she's going to draw that energy into her reality. And I keep seeing that the AI thing, the sensor, or what do we call it? Is it the algorithm god? I don't know what to call it. The AI thing that controls what messages I see that there's a lot of, you know, shit talking or something going on that the AI keeps picking up and being like, this is not appropriate. It's being held for review. And then when it takes those messages, I never see them. Thank God for that. I would probably like shoot myself. Just kidding. I wouldn't do that, but I would be probably crying. Okay. So yeah, let's see what else. The sun. The sun. This is the definition of the solar plexus. Also, the solar plexus has to do with the sun, has to do with your energy and then vitality. And it also has to do with like your inner child. So I think that you and Irene were kind of trauma bonded as far as inner child work. But for her to send you this crazy ass energy, I'm just glad that you have access to alchemy. And this is for all of you guys. Literally, if somebody is sending you nasty energy and then you learn how to alchemize it, you can turn it into positivity, or you can even channel it into art. There's so many different ways that you can use alchemy, right? But when you do this, you start to become somebody who is unstoppable. Like literally, because they're only the way that these people will ever get what they want, and this is in their mind too, is if they send you some type of energy. And these people are not even aware of themselves. Okay, sorry, y'all, I live on ATV Road. One thing that annoys me about these people is that they're not even aware that if they got what they want granted, that it would hurt them along with other people. So that's just crazy to me. But you guys being in the energy of the alchemist, healing your inner child wounds so people can't play on them. People will only be able, like witches and warlocks, they have to have specific information about you, or like access to you. They have to have, for these people to be able to do what they do, they have to have some type of access. And you're not giving them access. Knight of Cups. Who is a Knight of Cups? Yeah, the Knight of Cups is one of these people that are also in the energy of ruin. Wow, all these cards just like came out at once. Strife. So ruin and strife. Okay, that's the same thing as like adversity. Then we have lust. The lust is not your energy. Okay, and then we have the hermit. So because you've been in hermit mode and you haven't been like this, first of all, I'm getting that something was sent magically to get you to do something that's low vibrational so that this energy can get in, because it's not been sticking to you. So they want you to drink or take substances or do something like, I want to say that's like drastic or way out there, because they're not able to get into your energetic field. And I get that you keep going within. You know, the hermit card right here, this is Hades, that person, and then this is Severus, that dog. Okay, thank you, Tropical Tarot. I will answer your question after I'm done with Kiwi Kids. So let's see. So the hermit represents, well, I was saying Hades. Hades, we know why he's a hermit. He has to stay in the underworld, and he's only allowed to like leave on specific occasions. But I'm getting that this hermit energy is more about finding that inner light, the sun and the hermit, finding that inner light, finding that inner peace, that inner wisdom, and then bringing it out of yourself, like evoking those good feelings that you know that your inner self is, and bringing that to the external world. That's what I'm seeing that you're working on as a bigger project, right? I think you're mainly focused on Irene, which could possibly be witchcraft there, but I'm getting that what you as a soul is working on is finding your power and finding your inner light and then creating balance. That's what I get that your higher self is doing. So shining a light on things, revealing the truth, exposing lies, witchcraft, betrayals, plots, plans, and schemes. Okay. The weapons will form, but they're not going to do anything. They're never going to prosper. Ace of Swords. Speaking of that, look at God is protecting you from these people. This is why these people are like, oh, we're in ruin and strife. But that's what they were literally trying to manipulate you to be in. And like I was saying, these people have probably just got some type of karmic vendetta against you, because it takes a lot of time and energy to devote it to other things that are toxic and nonsensical, if that makes sense. The Emperor, and you're showing up as the Emperor. I'm also getting that these people want you laying around lazy, not doing anything, but focusing on how to fight their bullshit witchcraft. You already have access to the truth of God. So you basically have access to God at any given moment. These people are stupid as shit. I don't think that they would ever think that something would interfere with them, and they're just really surprised. How narcissistic is that? Like, I am sure that normal people, when they go to do witchcraft, I would hope they would do divination, or that they would like check to see if that's even necessary or appropriate, or if it's going to have a backlash or whatever. See, I'm a pussy. I I can't do no spell work because I don't have time and energy for it, and I have access to God. Why the hell would I want to do this low vibrational shit? But you can use this energy to better yourself. I get that you're kind of in a celibate energy. The Queen of Wands, Irene, is not in a celibate energy. So one of the reasons she's in the amount of ruin that she's in is because whoever she's been sleeping with has a lot of demons and just negative stuff. Okay, just negativity. These people cause this shit themselves. They should have thought, like the Hierophant. There is no Hierophant that's on this planet that can take away these people's punishment, okay? If you want to call it that. I mean, they're just getting their own karma. They're reaping literally what they sowed, which was death. I think that these people think that they know a Hierophant that they can just run to get something like, oh, can you just nullify? No, whoever this Hierophant group is, they can't do anything about God. I mean, what the hell? These are people that are supposed to represent God, but these people can't do anything to God. God is beyond our physical. It's beyond everything that we see in the Matrix and all of that. Okay. Disappointment. God is not a disappointment. These people, they're probably not going to go within because they think that God is on the outside of them. A lot of people were deceived that way. This disappointment is not yours to bear. I feel like God wants you in a positive energy to where you're being happy and you're being motivated to, get up and walk, move around, dance, if it's dance, something to release. It's like somatic release, being willing to make changes within yourself so that you can become someone who is, like I was saying, unstoppable, which is what the process of what you're doing. These people are weakening themselves because they think that there's something to gain from doing all this stuff to you. So I don't know what do these people think they're going to gain from that. I get that you're over here going to gain something because God's protection could look like rejection, but it could also look like you receiving something. You are always feeling her energy and her anger. Okay, so any cords that are attached to you, we ask Archangel Michael and other angels and his spirit team, whatever cord is attached to where he's always feeling connected to Irene, we need to sever that and not allow it to reattach or whatever. Okay. And then Kiwi Kid, call your energy and your power back to you right now. Just in your head, like, I call my energy and my power back to me. And keep saying it. If you have another thought that tries to pop in, boom, go right back to I call in my power. I call my power, my energy back to me. Keep reaffirming that. Okay. Yeah, because there was some type of cord attached. And then if we can get a reversal on whatever love magic is going on, defeated. These people wanted you disappointed and defeated and ruined and all this other stuff. Look, I just feel bad for these people. Because their awareness level, like, these people are literally so low vibrational. I literally pity them. I wish that they would get it together. I wish that God would come into their hearts and come into them or motivate these people in some type of way. But if these people are thinking, And this is one reason you can't be around these people. They're thinking, oh, God did this to me. God did that to me. Well, if they're thinking that, that's the experience that they're going to have, because we create what we think. We are not our thoughts, but we do create what we think about. Futile, futility. So either way, moving forward, anything that they do is futile. Right, that right there says a lot. That they're defeated and everything that they do is futile. And they're disappointed. Yeah, these people are pissed. Let them be mad. Let them feel however they want to feel. It's not our job to control, what other people do. All we can do is work on ourselves. Queen of Cups. It's funny to me how these people act like they're one type of way, but they're really not. They act like they're literally like angels or something. What the fuck? Like fallen angels, maybe. Actually, now that I think of it, with the angels that came to the earth, a lot of them did bring witchcraft secrets and occult stuff. Thinking of that devil. I don't get that energy is present with this situation. So even if one of these people come forward and be like, in their Queen of Cups energy, you know that this person is not just a Queen of Cups, that she's also a Queen of Wands. Just know that everything that they have planned is futile, and you're going to gain. If these people attack you, you're going to just continue to be blessed. Queen of Swords. And you're probably too blessed to be stressed. You have no problem cutting people off. I think that God had to force this connection to end and to be cut off. That's what I feel. And that's why we want all witchcraft, all love spells, and all cords of attachment completely removed. And then for restoration and healing, we bring to an end, a permanent end, any type of attachment. And we call all of our power and our energy back to us. Because remember, these people are defeating themselves by attacking you. And you're going to protect your peace. You're going to protect what you are here to gain from. Because why should you not? If these people have a blessing from God, why shouldn't you be blessed from God? What's these people's problem? Like, for reals. What is their problem? Why do they have such an issue with you being blessed? These people were also blessed, just in different ways. What is their issue? Is it jealousy? Yes. It's just like evil eye from these people, which again, you can strip these people of those evil eyes and just start transmuting the energy. Every time you do the God technique, you do. Science. These people think that this shit is a science, and it's not. I don't even believe in science like that. I personally do not believe in science. I think even the things in science are some type of spell. It's all manipulation. Welcome, fashionista. It feels like exploitation. Yeah. Princess of Cups. So she's coming out 3 different ways with personality. I feel like, well, the Princess of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Wands. Those are like 3 different personalities. So where I was picking up that there's definitely a mental health issue going on with her, I feel like she really needs to get help. Victory. I don't think that she's going to be able to figure out that you have a victory coming. I mean, maybe with her being so disappointed and losing, maybe she feels like there is, but I don't pick up on one for her. I just pick up on major depression, strength. You're getting stronger with every win. And remember what I said about you going within and working on healing your inner child and the parts of you that are wounded and traumatized, not just allowing you to remain, like what you guys don't want to do is allow yourselves to remain wounded or allow yourself to remain hurt. It's the same thing. Think of it this way. All of that stuff that's emotional stuff, what if that was actually happening to you? Would you just let a cut be opened, or would you go get it stitched up? That's the way that you need to think about yourselves, that you love yourself enough to heal from all of the stuff that you, your higher self, put you through, putting you in a physical body and calling you a human and all that. I think that's part of what's happening here. And this is one reason that there's going to be a victory for you. I get that these people are defeated because they've been their own like self-sabotage machine the entire time. This was never going to work out long term. And these people never thought that like anything would be involved. And I think that's crazy. You've had, whoever you were in a past life, look, it drew in a lot of evil eye this lifetime. But you also have ancestors and spirit guides that are protecting you, that are saying, focus on someone else or something else. Even if just for a little while. I would be meditating and doing guided meditations. I would definitely be doing that. Okay, guided meditations, the meditations and the truth of God. And then I would say, yeah, make sure you're exercising, that you're drinking fluids, that you are taking care of yourself, okay? Okay, so let me go to Tropical Tarot and see your question. Oh yeah, also ancestors, please don't allow, there it is. Please don't allow any more cords to attach between these two people. I think enough is enough. Okay, what do we see in your relationship? What will the next 2 months be like? The next 2 months. Okay, let's see. Well, we're in the month of August now. So the next 2 months would be, and let me know you're still here. Oh my God. They completed your treatment. That's amazing. Let me know if you're still here, Tropical Tarot. Okay, that's awesome. So you completed way before you thought you were going to. Let's get the likes up, you guys, please, and thank you. I would really appreciate it. Yeah, we call for judgment on any type of exploitation that's going on. We're not approving of that. Okay, Tropical Tarot, let me know if you're still here. Am I at the bottom? I'm at the bottom. Okay, I have to like check the feed to make sure that. Okay, until Tropical Tarot replies, we're going to do a little bit more of the collective reading. So we had figured out that there were two people that were connected to each other financially, and that basically you guys, there's some type of business partnership, these two people. So let's see what else comes out. What do we need to know for the collective? Until Tropical Tarot, you let me know when you, oops. Wow. The Knight of Wands. What the hell? Who is the Knight of Wands? Just let you guys know if you've got a question to send me a $20 super chat with your question, and I'll pause the collective reading and I'll answer your question. And so I am going to answer Tropical Tarot's question. I just want to make sure he's still with us. 9 of Cups. So you guys are about to get your wishes fulfilled. I don't get that this wish fulfillment has anything to do with this Knight of Wands. Maybe this person is competitive towards you and they think that you getting your wishes fulfilled, like, why do people think that there's not enough in the universe for everybody to have as much as they want? I truly believe that God, the energy of God is infinite. We could literally, I know it would mess with the market or whatever, but we could literally like just keep printing off money. I mean, I don't approve the death of trees for that, but anyways, this 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment, is something that you've been waiting for a minute now. You've been asking for this. You guys have been calling this in. You've been praying about it. And what I'm getting is that whoever thinks that they're going to take a part of this wish fulfillment, okay? Whoever's thinking that they're going to take a part of this, if they try to assert themselves in a way where that they're going to take a part of your wish fulfillment, they're going to suffer the rest of their life. They don't want to make that move. I don't feel like this person uses discernment, though. They are just like, everything should go to me. Who said that? The hell? If y'all have like an inheritance or a trust or whatever, there's somebody that wants it. And you have to be completely cool with telling this person no. Hell no. You can't have what's for me. What God has for me is for me. What God has for you is for you. If this person would go focus on their own wish fulfillment, I'm sure that something would come up for them. I get that for you, you're worthy and deserving of something. Who the hell is this other person to tell you that you're not worthy and deserving of something that's already been yours, already been written down on paper that it's yours? So if somebody is trying to like keep you away from a blessing, a house or whatever, land, property, they're going to have to face the law because they're stupid as shit. You can't just commit crimes against people and take their money, take their inheritance. If this person thinks that they'll get away with that, you don't give a crap if this person's a family member. You'll take them to court. That's what I'm literally getting. And they might want to just stick to whatever the paperwork already is for this, because this person's getting exposed. They're being exposed as a manipulator and a greedy, selfish person that we already know that they are. Four of Swords. This is going to be the end of a battle because somebody thinks that they're going to walk away with something. Who tells these people this stuff? They're not going to walk away with anything. Anything that's worthwhile, they're not walking away with it. I can promise you that. If this was a denial, this person... okay. I mean, I was literally hearing names that I don't want to hear. All right, let me look at it again from that perspective. Yeah, we're taking that to higher self. I feel like you guys are worthy of having your wishes granted, okay? You've done a lot of work on yourself. There's nothing, look, something is about to go your way. Finally. These people who it should have never been in the hands of these idiots, something is actually coming your way now to where you're going to be able to make better decisions for your future. I also get that you will want to like, I wish that the books that I have could be published immediately. Okay. Because they would answer a lot of these issues, but yeah, you need to find a financial plan or a financial something for when you get all of this money, you guys. That's what I'm getting. Okay, I'm going to answer Kiwi Kid's question. Tropical Tarot, let me know if you are here, okay? Okay. If you've left because you had to go, I don't know if you're going to watch this, but I can always answer your question tomorrow if you had to go. Okay. So Irene was getting help services when she was with you, and also would she enjoy engaging romantically with you more if she was with you sexually? Well, obviously, sex is a big part of a relationship. I mean, it's not the entire part of the relationship, but it's a big part. Sexual compatibility. She never engaged with you like that over Steve's lies. Yeah. I mean, that's so sad. So she was getting help and services. I mean, would she enjoy sex with you? Probably. Sex is very enjoyable. I don't know why she wouldn't, but let's see what Spirit has to say. Do I want to use this deck? What deck do I want to use? Let's do some Spirit messages first. I'm going to redirect the energy. because there's nothing that you can do about Irene not being with you right now. So let's see what Spirit has to say about it. I love these little Spirit. This is like the best. I love this deck. It's called Spirit Messages Oracle Cards. I freaking love it. It's got very good messages in it, and they don't have pictures, but I think that's okay. That's fine. This is the same card that I read for you the other day. Oh my God. Both of these cards I read for you the other day. That is insane. It says, if you pay close attention, you will notice all the doors that once closed are opening up, just in different form. Remember, it does, just because the situation with Irene is not working out doesn't mean that God doesn't have something for you. And if you open yourself up to new experiences and new people, I mean, when you're ready, obviously, but if you would do that, like, you would be surprised. Things may not appear exactly as you had envisioned. So if you're thinking that it has to work out in one type of way, it's just reminding you that a denial doesn't always mean a no, but it can mean a no, in the sense that you just have to open a different door. So I'm getting that the door to love will open. It just may not be Irene standing on the other side. It says, when a door doesn't open, don't waste your energy trying to make it open. It's closed for a reason. I always think of rejection as protection. Okay, I really do. When people just don't like you, it's good that they show their hand. It's much better than having some dumbass person up in your face pretending that they like you. Okay, that's my opinion anyways. So when a door doesn't open, don't waste your energy trying to make it open. It's closed for a reason, and you're being redirected to something far bigger and better. That's what I was just basically describing. Endings are a part of the cycle of life. They are. And it's hard to accept things that we'd feel like are not just. It says they make way for wonderful new beginnings and opportunities. So remember, just like I was saying, that this is what Spirit is saying. I know that it's hard for you to trust, but you're working on that. All of these inner child wounds of these things that you've been through when you were a child, work on healing that. When there are questions you need assistance with, go inward. Sit with yourself and meditate on the question. Ask for Spirit's help also. Then trust your intuition. As most often, the answer will always be within. And guidance will be delivered to you intuitively. We are with you always. So remember, if you start to, because you know what? I don't ask a whole lot of questions about myself, but I do ask about things in the physical world. It's time to hit the reset button. Clear out that old room. Clear out the old so that room, clear out that old. So maybe you have a room you need to clear out. Also, what I'm getting, this is completely just random, but make sure that you are not like leaving certain doors closed all the time. Okay, what does that have to do with anything? That's not metaphorically, physically, like in your home. If you've got extra bedrooms, don't leave the doors closed all of the time. Open the doors up every once in a while. Let some sunlight in. This is telling you to release the old, which is the past. You gotta release the past so that you have room for what's going to enter. And it also says, trust that better things are coming fast. Prepare to move in the next phase of your life. This is a rebirth. Welcome to this beautiful brand new energy. You've got this. You do. You're really getting a rebirth, like an actual rebirth, because you're using the truth of God. So continue to be consistent with that. Whenever you talk to us, you can always ask for confirmation as well from the universe. It never goes unheard. Remember what I was saying about the throat chakra, that you are heard. You guys are being heard. You are heard. We hear every single word. This is your confirmation that we are assisting you, guiding you, and ensuring your wishes finally come to fruition. Be patient. Everything will come together for you. It's kind of like, you know, a beautiful process, because all you're doing is calling it in. You're calling in and you're giving Spirit permission to bring the good to you. But if you keep blocking it out yourself, it's going to be really, really hard to get past that. Sometimes self-sabotaging behavior is the behavior that causes the majority of the issue. And I get that you have a bigger calling, a greater purpose, something that's bigger than even what I am seeing right now. I get that God has something better for you. So let's see. Okay, you're back. Okay, so I'm going to answer Kiwi Kid's question and then I'll answer yours. So since we can't go back, thank you, Tropical Tarot. Since we can't go backwards, Queen of Cups. I think that because, look, Kiwi Kid, you keep focusing on one aspect of her, but she was coming out majority a Queen of Wands. I don't see why you can't have another person. You know what I mean? That's the same loving energy. Only part of her was loving. Like, I think that you're looking past a major personality flaw, maybe 2 or 3 personalities. What's going on with the Queen of Cups energy? Why is that coming out? Because the Queen of Cups does have good energy. Like, they make a really good, why did I just see possessed? That's not even on this card. A nurturing personality. I think that that's what you're focusing on. So the traits that you like in Irene, I would focus on evoking those within yourself. Then when you draw in other people, they'll reflect the same traits that you adore. But also work on loving yourself. Because again, it's just not a compatible situation. 10 of Swords, because she would 10 of Swords you. I think that you getting away from this person probably saved your life. Like, literally. You were with somebody that was very draining. So what else do we need to know? Also, she's thinking like a victim right now. So I don't know if she's feeling like you victimized her, but she's got a list of people that is like her shit list. And when she mentally goes through that list, she sends a lot of negative energy. But you still have the energy of the sun, which shows me that you brighten up a room. You have access to, the sun is like limitless energy. Even at nighttime, the sun is still shining. It's just we don't see it because however the rotation is, we don't see it. But it's actually like when it's nighttime here, it's daytime somewhere else. So if you having access to the sun energy, like I was saying, that inner alchemist, you take all of these inner child wounds and you just move forward. And don't deny that you have wounds or that you have a past. Just acknowledge it and be like, I'm working on it. And whatever comes up. So like when your thoughts start to go down the road of thinking like a victim, you were victimized, but you are stronger than just a victim. You're not just a victim. And when what your trauma is does not identify who you are. So I would stop identifying with being a victim because it's just not helping the situation. Let these other people feel like they're a victim. Okay. We're victims to our own selves, like our own. It's most of this stuff is self-destruction on many people's levels. So like, and that's really sad because that's an energy that's like depleting, right? But when you have access to the sun, you can take that energy and boom, turn it into magic. So it's like anything that, you know, you have access to a limitless energy source. The strength. And you're becoming stronger. Much stronger. I mean, she's literally closing the mouth of a lion. I think it would have been better represented with an alligator because that would be really hard. But I get that you're becoming stronger in every type of way. As you move through this situation, you are becoming stronger. And when the victim mode goes, that's a part of the ego that people get very stuck in. There was a time in my life where I was majorly stuck in it. Now, when things go wrong, I don't blame other people. I go within myself. And life is not 100% perfect, but it's better going within than blaming everybody on the outside. There was a time when I was like blaming everybody, even though they were to blame. They did do shit, but I know that I'm responsible for my healing journey. The King of Swords just came out. So this looks like somebody that's judging that's judging the situation. Well, we did call for judgment, so that would actually make sense. Wow. So look, things are actually working out for you pretty good. I also get that when things are loosed in the heavens, they're loosed on the earth, and there's like a big blessing being loosed above, and it's going to trickle down to below. And then you guys are going to be in the perfect situation. Yeah, somebody wants you to stop everything that you're doing and just stop. Like, what? No. Whatever this spider magic is that I'm picking up on, this stupid shit. The Empress. Right there. The divine already has somebody that would be more your level. Where Irene's coming out a Queen of Wands, or a Queen of, she was coming out the Queen of Wands. Queen of Cups, you could have access to an Empress if you stay strong. And don't, because you can't change the past. We can't go back and, you know, force her to feel no type of way. I feel like part of why you can't let go is because she did witchcraft on you. That's what I literally feel. But every day that we work on it, we work on clearing it, and we clear it for everybody that's in the collective as well watching this, whatever they have going on that's similar. Because I know that's how the law of attraction works. 7 of Wands. When you get this new person, you're going to definitely defend them from this stupid shit. I get that with these, that's too many cards at once. Look, Justice, Page of Pentacles. This is a younger energy, okay? Justice. Then we have your justice is for these people to be blocked, at least out of your energy. They can't move forward. And then the vehicle, the Chariot. I think that's what your focus should be as far as like goals, working on justice. So the fact that justice hasn't been like there in your life for very long, if you don't defend yourself from these people, there will be obstruction of justice, because that's what these people are into. But I'm getting that literally justice for you is like you getting a vehicle, you not being wounded anymore, you getting to reset your life. And that's what I'm getting is the choice that you have. So when you ask God to save you from something, you can't go, well, I would say don't go back to the same thing that you asked God to save you from. There are some people that do that with alcohol or whatever. They're like, God, save me from alcohol. And then they'll have a relapse. It is what it is. We're humans, right? The 9 of Wands. This is talking about being prepared. You know, it's talking about being prepared. So I don't think that these people were prepared to ever have to be judged for anything, but that's because they've had a lot of grace and mercy over their life. We can't really judge how God loves other people. And we just know that the divine loves everyone and everything that exists. Okay. Even poop and things that are disgusting. The Magician. You guys being in the energy of the alchemy, look, Magician and Car, you're going to definitely protect any asset that you get. Okay. You're going to protect that. And any opportunity that you get moving forward. Now that you know how to protect yourself using the techniques from the truth of God. For you, if you don't feel like praying is working, you can always stop praying and then see how things go. Okay, I'm serious. Like, there was a time where I was like, yeah, I don't know if praying is doing anything good. And then I stopped, and then a whole bunch of shit slapped my ass the fuck out. So I started praying again. But yeah, that's the experience that I had. Okay, I know everybody is different though. So, you know, prayer, even though you don't think it works, it still is working for you. Queen of Wands, all the same energy to me. This is like two aspects of one person. It's giving like Gemini. All right. What else? The 8 of Swords. And what is this card? The Ace of Swords. So you've got the Ace of Swords. You got protection from God, which includes your destiny. And these people have imprisonment. And that's a part of them being judged. I mean, it's like spiritual imprisonment. It's just that they can't use their witchcraft or whatever they were planning. They can't use that crap anymore. Sex magic, whatever it is, they literally cannot use it anymore. It's not going to work. It's completely over. The Hierophant. These people have to answer to a Hierophant. Be so glad that y'all don't have to do that. There is no like priest or whatever, preacher. My gosh, there was a TV show called Preacher. It was so good. I was so sad when they canceled that show. I was like, no, this is the best show ever. Oh my God, I love that. Man. What else do we need to know? I mean, you know that you're protected. These people have not been successful. I don't know if they're protected the same way. I don't really get that. I get like, I get that these people, they put protection on the work that they do, but they don't do anything you can't protect yourself from the divine and the universe. When karma comes a knocking, okay, you can't just like go hide. You can go hide under the covers, but it'll just go into the house and get you there. Just face it, clear it, move on. And I say that because literally that is what we all have to do being human beings. When we deal with people who are karmic, I just are damn right. When we're dealing with people who are karmic, who are messing around in stuff that's volatile and dangerous, like witchcraft or whatever other sorcery shit that exists. And so it's a good thing that we're protected. It is such a good thing. It's such a big blessing that people overlook every day. You may not feel good. Your hair could be a mess. You could not have on the best outfit. Whatever you think your issues are, be thankful that you are protected, because you're protected from so many things that you don't even see that's going on, or that would be going on if you weren't protected. So I think that feeling safe in your own skin, feeling safe in who you are, being authentic, you're going to be, by doing those two things, you're going to be protected. And this stuff, even though it's like, this is like high level textbook magic. That's what I'm getting. It's like something that they've gotten off the internet or whatever. But I feel like this religious group, cult or coven or secret society, the Hierophant, really wants to ensnare people. And maybe these people don't like you because you're not deceivable. Like these other people who are like, oh, let me just join this shit and then I'll get saved or whatever they think. I have never heard of anybody that's gotten saved not having to deal with karma. It's like karma and whatever Christians, what do Christians call karma? What do they call it? God's will? I guess technically it is, right? But we all have the ability to, we have the illusion of free will. We're eventually going to always end up choosing our higher self. You like that show too? Wasn't that the best? My gosh, that was so good. The Queen of Pentacles. Wouldn't it be nice for you to meet somebody that was actually good for you, that complements your energy, that's helpful, and not somebody that's draining? Somebody that's considerate and kind. And you can say, oh, Irene was all of that, but she wasn't. She wasn't all of that. She was only a couple of those things sometimes. There's a difference. I feel like this connection is just dangerous because you can't, once you've awakened, like you've come so far, Kiwi Kid, once you've awakened, you can't go back to the version of you that was asleep because it doesn't exist anymore. That's the whole part of a rebirth. It's like literally you can't go back to who you used to be. It's just not a question. Once you know the truth that your higher self is God and you start connecting with that and acting from that energy, you can't go back to being asleep. And so the only thing you can do is move forward. Three of Pentacles. All we have control over is our ability to move forward. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like literally, all of us, well, no matter what each and every person's going through, our ability to move forward is like the goal, right? To continue on with life, to move forward, to live. And I feel like life is not as bad as you're thinking it is. If you guys are thinking life is bad right now, it's not. It's not. Think about it this way. If these people were allowed to get away with their bullshit, life would be really shitty for you. But thank God that you guys are protected. Seriously. And that these people and their evil wishes don't ever come to fruition. Just thank God that the devil's dumbass has been put in jail. Maybe these people think, oh, I'll go get an exorcism. I mean, they could go do that, but, you know, I don't agree with the way the Catholic Church does exorcisms. I don't think that an exorcism is going to make this demon thing go away. I just don't. I don't feel like that. It will. And prayers are not going to make this high-level demon go away either. I don't think this Hierophant group can help these people, which is really sad. Okay, what else? So pay attention to what number frequencies, what numbers you're seeing, okay? Because numbers are very important. It's just part of the matrix, but pay attention to that. I'm getting that you may see confirmations in numbers. You may see confirmations in like license plates or something else. Look around you. There's so many beautiful things that you can focus on. And if your immediate surroundings look like shit, do something to make them look better. Anything. Refluff a pillow. Like pick up the garbage, whatever it is. Make sure that, you know, you're surrounding yourself with things that make you feel good so that you can feel at home and feel stable. These people, their intention is to destabilize you and to cut you off from being able to receive assistance or messages. Now, that is just not going to happen because you're very intuitive. You're very tapped in. But it was a vain hope for these people. Now these people have to deal with the devil. And be grateful that you don't have to deal with the devil anymore. 7 of Cups. All these illusions about you are going to come crashing down. And then these people are going to look stupid as hell. I also feel like whoever else they involved in making this a big deal, like trying to attack you, whoever else they involved, like this Hierophant group in this nonsense, these people are going to get caught up. And then they'll probably never, ever do this shit ever again. They'll probably learn this time. Anything else? Let these people be delusional. It's really not your problem. And pay attention to the messages that come. Yeah, these people are a blockage, but if you keep doing the techniques that are working from the truth of God, you're going to continue to not be affected by this witchcraft. So I feel like that's what you should be doing. Focusing on things that you do like, that make you feel good. And, you know, get used to like being a part of society in even the littlest way. I want to say that opening yourself up to having new experiences. Don't think that everything has to, remember how the same card came out in the spirit messages, and it said that what you want it may be a door that was closed, but it's opening up in a new form. So remember that it may not look exactly the way that you want it to, or the way that you expected, but that doesn't mean that it's going to be any less great. Okay, give me like 1 second, you guys. I'll be right back. And then I'll answer your question, Tropical Tarot. Okay, and what I was going to say also, Kiwi Kid, is make sure that you're working on the throat chakra, listening to a frequency or whatever it is, throat chakra and solar plexus. Okay. Okay, let me go back. And Tropical Tarot, are you still here? So you were wanting to know about your love life. Hold on, let me get rid of this one. Okay, there we go. That person, no. Homie, don't play that. Okay, good, you're still here. All right, so let's pull some cards and see what is going to be happening for the next 2 months. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a couple cards for the next 2 months. And we're going to see what the overall energy is. Okay. The Lovers. That's what your question was about. Right off the bat. That's a good card right off the bat. So when it comes to, this is what we're focusing on, is the Lovers. Okay, Kiwi Kid, I will answer your question after I'm done with Tropical Tarots. Okay, thank you. Reminder to set the timer. Holy crap. So this is already a really good sign. The Lovers coming out, this is dope. I'm excited about that. It came out in the upright as well. So let's see. I was going to ask, what is the zodiac of August? 2 of Wands. Okay, so this is talking about personal power and courage. The 2 of Wands is talking, so when it comes to your love relationship, you may feel an increase in the next 2 months of you reshaping like what it is that you want. Not just what it is that you want, but what it is that you value in another person. So you're like reconstituting something. You're transforming it. The 4 of Pentacles is what just tried to fall out. Yeah, you are in the energy of being able to command the attention and respect of other people. The 4 of Pentacles is all about gifts and abilities. And it's also about, like, it can be about people arguing about possessions, but I get that this is more other people that have they have resistance to change. Let's just say that. So for the Lovers, you're reframing something. You're working on something here within yourself, and it's making the situation better. Oh, you also said that you finished treatment. That's amazing. Leo, Virgo. Okay. So that's very powerful energy. That's fire energy and that's earth energy. The 2 of Cups. This is literally talking about your relationship with God, with Jackie, with this whole situation. This is your relationship. Lovers, then reforming something. Okay, it could be a new adventure, that type of thing. Then the 4 of Pentacles, and then the 2 of Cups, which is like soulmates, and then healing. It says a broken relationship is healed through forgiveness. And then it also says connections made in business. But that's the part that's like your soul contract or your divine contract with God. The start of a new relationship. So maybe, you know, hitting the reset button on a relationship when it goes bad is probably one of the wisest things if you can actually detach from the past and hit the reset. Sometimes people be like, oh yeah, let's reset the relationship, but then they keep holding on to a record of past perceived wrongs, right? So you've been doing good. This is what it's showing so far, literally, that things are going well. I'm liking it. I love when you guys, when things are going well. Seriously. It's so much better. It feels so much better. What do we need to know? The Hierophant. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, look, the Hierophant. I get that there is not a group of people that can, like, well, that are going to intervene. I'm also getting, why is the Hierophant here? I feel like you are the Hierophant in the situation. Absolutely. The Six of Wands. I also feel like this is part of your destiny to be this Hierophant. But you probably don't even like groups of people. You probably, well, I think with you being in treatment, you're exposed to a lot of new people, which I think is really good. And then hopefully you made some friends. But I'm really proud of you graduating and all that early. Like, that's amazing. So yeah, if things are going good, that's awesome. I feel like you are transforming into somebody who is going to be a person of authority. Maybe at your job, you're going to be a person of authority eventually, like a CEO or something. Ace of Pentacles, yes, that's like confirmation with that. Get moving up the ladder at the job. I also get that with things going good, if they continue to go good, maybe think about moving in together. I mean, you eventually, if you guys really want to be together, that would probably end all of the foolishness that's happening, to be quite honest. But I don't want you to just like try to convince her to move in with you if she's not ready for that. But just think about, if you do want to take this relationship to the next level and you're for sure about it, then that would be the next level. Okay, the Star. I do feel like you are the Star energy. You hold the energy of the Star, which means your dreams for the future are probably going to come true. Contact with someone that will dramatically change your life. So yeah, you know, when things are going good, it's like, just feels right. It feels right. Ten of Swords. Who is the Ten of Swords? Who is the Ten of Swords? Is Jackie the Ten of Swords? I'm not for sure who's sending this energy to you. This is some type of major betrayal. I'm not getting that Jackie's the one that's sending the energy, though. Who the hell else would it be? Why is somebody wanting to Ten of Swords you for the Star? I think that this has to do with like some type of jealousy coming from someone. That's what I'm getting. But also, to when people send you, people are going to, like, you guys, spiritual warfare is a real thing. People will send you bullshit energy, okay? But if you become the alchemist, you can transform that energy into things that you like, or art or whatever, you know, like finding a way to channel it transforms it, expressing it transforms it. You're taking the energy that was sent to you, because it can't be just deleted or destroyed. You can clear it, but yeah, it can't be destroyed ultimately. So you want to transmutate it so that it benefits you. So in any way possible, because we can't stop I mean, we can pray, and that does actually put up boundaries where people don't overstep. But there will be some times where people, you know, even if they're getting the signs to leave you alone, that they won't do that because they feel justified in, you know, sending you whatever. Like, people are just, and this is one thing that I was coming to agreement with earlier with myself, was that some people are literally crazy. Like, they have issues mentally. And I think anybody that is going to someone else to talk shit to them, going on their whatever, like going on their platform to make fun of them, whatever, I think that is a mental fucking illness, okay? And it's literally crazy people. Because who in the hell is going to waste their time on something that they don't like? That doesn't even make any sense. We do enough of that at the jobs in the world. I hope that you would like your job, though. Look, the Ten of Swords and the Death. What the hell is this? I think that this is maybe you not following through on some dream that you had. to be someone, to do something. That's what I'm feeling. Maybe this relationship is blocking you a little bit from putting yourself out there or being connected to others, but you know, it's going good right now. So we don't want to mess with anything. Just be aware that there are still other people that exist. Whoever's sending this energy, the Fool. Looks, these people think that you're totally not aware of this, but you already know that somebody was sending you something. You just didn't know what it was. I get that you're not going to be caught unaware. Literally, you're going to be rewarded for something. You're not going to be caught unaware. So whatever this energy is that's trying to sabotage you, I don't get that it's actually going to keep you, well, you're not going to allow it. You're not going to allow it. So I don't know if we worked on breaking the generational curses to addiction. That's what the Ten of Swords and death could be as well with the Fool. And maybe this was like a death to something else that you were doing that's a hobby. I'm getting that this is actually a good thing. The energy of the Fool is not always bad. A Fool can be like a new beginning, a fresh start. And that's kind of what we were talking about. I was saying that in the Two of Cups, a relationship being healed through forgiveness. I don't feel like you're making a foolish choice healing this relationship. Somebody wants you to think that, though. And I'm wondering who this other person is. If this is the ex or who in the hell would send this energy. She's not sending it. That's one thing I do know. Who is sending it? Was there anybody in the rehab facility that didn't like you, or maybe you felt like didn't like you? Somebody wants you bound in addiction, and it's not happening. It's not part of your destiny. Wish fulfillment. Yeah. I think that you are going to be just fine. Even though this energy was sent, it's not affecting you. It's literally not. All right, who is it? And look, your wish fulfillment doesn't involve hurting a bunch of people. Magician. So yeah, maybe somebody that you met in the rehab thing was sending this energy. I get that it's not an old friend you have. It's not an acquaintance you have. It's not somebody that knows Jackie. It's literally somebody completely different. So they were probably just wishing bad on you, but you are protected. Your wish fulfillment is protected, and you're going to be just fine. Ace of Cups, because God loves you so much. I don't even get that this energy was actually affecting you like that. Like how this person wanted to see you down. Like they're a freaking weirdo. They're a weirdo. You probably got the EBGBs from this person for a reason. They're just mentally not doing well. There's not a lot going on upstairs. Maybe these people see you as being privileged, and that's a jealousy issue that they have with you, Tropical Tarot. I do get that. People are like, oh, you're just so privileged, or you're just so blessed, or you're just so rich, or whatever. But the hell? Why do other people feel like they need to attack other people over shit that's so stupid as hell? Like it literally is. Whether you have had a better life than them, who are they to judge that? Like, seriously, what's wrong with people's minds? I get that this overflowing cup of love extends out to your life. And so when things are going good, keep praying, keep doing all the things that you do. The Knight of Pentacles. There could be somebody that's working hard they're not going to be able to interrupt God's love. Okay. It's just not happening. I don't see that ever working. So this person, maybe they want to be connected to you so that they can feel loved as well, or special, or something like that. But you don't send a psychic attack to somebody with the intent to betray them. Okay, that's not what a friend does. So this is why I'm like, this person's a fake ass person. And they probably just think, oh, you're so privileged. Like, what the hell's wrong with them? This person is an American. They're privileged more than people that are in third world countries. What is wrong with them? There's like no accountability and gratitude. The Page of Swords. Yeah, I don't feel like you have to tell anybody about your relationship going good. I also feel like there are people that want this relationship to go well. And then there are some people that want to know what you're doing, because you do have divine masculine energy. People will do really weird shit to have access to you and your energy. You just have to understand that. Being a divine masculine, that people are going to do really weird stuff sometimes to have access to you. That's why you have these experiences, but it doesn't make the experience any less valid or real. Now that you just know that you have divine masculine energy, it's going to cause some people to go crazy. They'll come back down. They'll come back down. I'm also getting that somebody that's trying to pry, they want to be relatable, whoever this person is. I don't think it's even important to know because you're protected from it. They want to be relatable. 8 of Wands. It's a crossroads. These people are stupid. They're definitely at a crossroads. They've got to make a complete different decision. No more going back to this old mentality for any of these people, including you and her. It's like when a reset is made, things get put back together. Okay, like factory reset. You doing a reset in this relationship, healing through forgiveness, it's gonna benefit you in the long run to heal. It is. And it feels like she's willing to work on the relationship and heal as well. This is finally coming together. There may be a couple people that come up against you and complain, but these are people that are thinking that they're going to compete with you for her. This King of Swords is like, nah. And this is what happens when you are with somebody who is very attractive, that people want to be with them. And then, yeah, they'll be really nasty about that. But I'm not getting that this King of Swords can do anything about it. They can't judge you for your choices, whatever they're thinking. The Knight of Pentacles, they're not going to outperform you. These people are not bosses. Even though they're showing up as king and knight, they're not bosses. Why did your treatment end 5 days ago? They were saying they thought that you needed more care. And then yesterday they said that you were in a good position and they were graduating you. That's amazing. And giving you all your money back. What the wow. Yo, maybe they needed to, like, maybe they had to, you know, they only have a certain amount of space or something. That's crazy. That's a good thing, though. That's a really good thing. I mean, you can still go to the meetings or whatever. I think you should be able to. But if they say that you're good to go, I would hope that they would actually think that. So I feel like you are good to go. I think that's a blessing. They gave you your money back and everything. That's a major blessing. So this is like, things are starting to go good. That's a very good sign of improvement. Wow. If you feel like you need more treatment, continue to go to meetings. Like, I'm sure that you can just do a Google search and see what type of meetings there are out there. But yeah, if you still feel like you need support, I would do that. If they're saying they're writing you off as being completely good and you don't need to be treated, then thank God, that's a blessing. That means you can return to your life whenever. You've got some time to chill. So you can literally Netflix and chill. You've got some time now, because you are going to be in there for a lot longer. And they're even giving your money back. That's like amazing. So that's an example of what it looks like when chains break. King of Pentacles. Yeah, you're in the process of being this King of Pentacles. I feel like you already are. You could manage people at your job. You probably like to work. I would hope so. I would hope that you like your work. I also get that you'll get back into the groove. I wouldn't rush anything though. I would kind of just chill and be at peace and knowing that you get to move forward and that you're basically graduated. I mean, that's like them just giving it to you. That's amazing. There's so many people that are stuck in that program. They're like, I wish that this was just over and I could have my money back. You actually got that. That's a good thing. The Knight of Cups. I think you've gone through a huge evolution. And yes, there will be some people that want to compete over Jackie because she is young and attractive. That is just the way it is when you're with somebody that's good looking. But other than that, I really don't see anything that you need to be worried about. I'm really not picking up on anything. Even though there's people that are clearly just, they have a bad attitude, I don't feel like they can affect you though. So make sure you're drinking water and taking care of yourself. The Five of Cups. Somebody feels like they're going to grieve if you are blessed with something. Hermit. I get that you have almost always been in hermit mode. You're definitely in hermit mode now. Yeah, these people are not very many of them, okay? But it is coming, it's just being directed towards your love life. So if you start adding prayer, adding meditation, using the truth of God, all of those things are going to reroute things to go in alignment for you. I feel like if they say that you're ready, then you're ready. But if you feel like you're not ready, you can still go to meetings. Or you can go to support groups, whatever they call it, if it's a meeting. But I'm also getting that it would be good for you to continue to be social. Not that you're not social at your job, but it's a different type of social at your job. But where you can be like open with who you are and stuff and your life, where at job it's like very restricted. You can't talk about what you have going on because then people will whatever, you know. But socially in other settings, yeah, you can be yourself. 10 of Cups. Look, you going within is bringing in the happily ever after. And I don't feel like what you want out of life and what you want out of this relationship is something that can't happen. So I feel like this is very good energy. Very good energy. It's also a big sign that you get to move forward. And you've made some new friends. You've gotten the perspective of other people. This is a new beginning. And I think that you're entering into it with a good heart position. 5 of Swords. Just be aware that some people are sharks. They'll always want to put themselves first, but it's because they're always afraid. Some people are just living in fear. To be honest, they are. They're afraid of every little thing. Like you know that you've got some time now that you can go do whatever summer activities that you want to do. You've got a little bit of time. Like you don't have to return to work right away. You might because you may get bored, but I'm getting that you don't have to. And anybody that tries to interfere with your happily ever after is not going to be considered when the time comes to be considered for something. So there may be a couple of people against you, but the people that support you, there's more people that wish well for you than people that don't. And it's mainly based upon your relationship and a little bit with your job, but mostly your relationship. I think that other people that know about this relationship, they envy it a little bit because you get to be with somebody that's so much younger. That's what I'm getting. They're a little bit envious, but who cares? I mean, you will have to deal with people at a certain point on different issues, but the way that people feel is not really important to the bigger picture. What you do with this new beginning is important, starting off. And I was saying the next step of the relationship would be moving in together. But if you don't feel comfortable with that, then just wait, you still have time with this person. There was this Black Mirror episode, and it was like, oh my gosh, dude, if you guys have not seen Black Mirror, go watch it. Okay? Some of those episodes were really hard to watch because they were so cringe, but some of them are so genius. There's this one where these people are in a simulation and they meet up with a person and they have like these watches on, and the watch will tell you how much time you have with that person. Anyways, so you could spend 10 minutes with them or 5 years with them. And anyways, they end up breaking out of the simulation and then they get together in the real world. But all of the things that's going on in that episode are basically a part of the simulation. So this is a good thing. But yeah, that's really weird that they like changed their opinion really quickly. Like that's weird as shit. You complained about the owner and then this shit happened. That's really weird that they were like, no, you need more care, and then they're like, nope, you're good, here, get out. Like that's weird as hell to me. I just don't get it. But I'm not getting a bad feeling from it. I think it's a blessing. That's what I feel. I do feel like it's a blessing. But yeah, you complained to the owner. Well, you know what? Because you're a spoiled rich kid. You don't think you need any more treatment, but it was strange. Strange, but in a good way. Yeah, strange, but in a good way. Okay, let's get one more. And then can I pull cards on it? Yeah. Yeah, let me use another deck. Let's pick these ones up. I think I'm going to use the Thoth deck. But I literally don't get a bad feeling. I feel like this could be for your highest and best good here. I think that's extremely important. Also, they gave you your money back. But it is weird that they decided to change their mind randomly. That's weird. I guess these things are a business. I don't know. I'm sure it costs the same for everybody that goes there. So it's not like they can be like, oh, well, we'll just sell their place and get twice as much. It's probably not like that. Unless they had an emergency situation and they were like, we need to get rid of a few people because we have these other people who are being deemed as more important. That's the only thing that I could think that would be like an influencing factor. So let's see what the cards have to say. And it also depends on like how many different doctors that you have. Yeah, you got another few minutes. Yeah. Knight of Cups energy. So the Knight of Cups is somebody that usually has a lot to offer emotionally, emotional support. Okay, let's see. Is there anything that we need to be worried about? Because I don't feel any type of worry, but I do feel suspicious. Why Prince of Discs? Why did they make the decision all of a sudden to let you out? And this is what I'm thinking. If there's more than one doctor there, one doctor could have said, no, I think he needs a couple more days or a couple more weeks. And then another doctor could have been like, no, you know what? He's ready. He's good to go. So that could be something. If you had more than one doctor or more than one, whatever they're called, the people that work at the rehab place saying that, I do trust their judgment though. Defeat. Yeah, you've defeated addiction when it comes to this situation. So I do get that. Thank you. Thank you. I do get that you've defeated addiction. So, and maybe they know what signs to look for. Queen of Cups. This is definitely Jackie's energy. I feel like this is, your relationship's going to be better now that you've gone through this treatment, adjustment. It could be a little weird adjusting, like right after being done with it. But like I was saying, if you feel like you want extra support, then to go to a meeting, because that'll be like, well, you could create a positive habit. You could create a positive habit, like a brand new positive habit. What a beautiful thought. Something to replace whatever you would do when you were using and triggered. The Tower. Why is the Tower coming out? I also feel like you've defeated a whole bunch of evil eye. Maybe there was some projection going on, like other people projecting the way that they feel, but it's more because they want to be with Jackie that they're projecting onto you. That's what I was getting. That's kind of being directed towards your love life, but you're defeating it. You're overcoming it. Okay, what else? Also, you're able to like stay grounded, which I think other people, when they're experiencing substance stuff, they can't stay grounded. The Emperor. Look how highly ranked you are. This is why you can call judgment on whatever, and it will happen immediately. Indolence. I don't think you need to worry about not being able to perform or being lazy. Indolence. Yeah, it's like a lack of motivation, right? So stay motivated to work on your mental and emotional health. Definitely stay motivated for that. And I would be working with affirmations, having a journal that you can write in so that you have things that you can spill, take your time. And then the time that you would have been in treatment, I would take that amount of time and plan positive activities. Things that reinforce you being good, you being happy, protected, and safe. Princess of Swords. The only thing that I think that could actually go wrong would be if Jackie decided to get lazy with their relationship and not uphold boundaries with these weird ass karmics that she knows. But literally, it looks like everything else is actually going your way. Prudence. I don't feel like you're a prude. Where's that energy coming from? Maybe these people think that you are because you don't engage in the same type of shit as them. But I'm not getting that you actually are a prude. I don't get that she's a prude. So that's pretty stupid that energy came out. Okay, what else do we need to know about this situation? Yeah, getting into the natural swing of things. The Hermit. That came out before. The Hermit. You going within. You going within is always going to be the answer to everything. But I get that you going within is how you're defeating these other people and their bullshit witchcraft. I think that you getting released early was a sign of something good happening to you. That's what I feel. And I do feel like you're ready. And maybe these people that work at the thing, maybe they know how to detect when somebody's actually ready. Oh, thank you, guys. Science. I'm not a full believer in science. I don't believe in it. I mean, I understand that it's a system, but it's a man-made system. I think the divine defies science. When it comes to your job, it is like a science for you. It's something that you can follow. I'm also getting that, I don't know if you've been asking for more money, but I get that the love situation's kind of being covered. I'm also getting that whatever you're doing is multiplying. It's causing things to multiply. The Hangman, because you gave something up, you sacrificed using an addiction. And this is why this blessing is coming in. The universe is opening up for you. And anything that anybody wants to do against you is basically futile. It's not going to work because you've sacrificed your weaknesses. That's what I'm literally getting. Maybe in this low vibrational addiction energy, other things could have been possible, but it's just not. You've like completed a cycle. Even though it's really suspicious and weird how they just changed their mind overnight, I think that it had to do with that there was more than one doctor there. Success. And now you're going to have success. So I am definitely rooting for you. Knight of Wands. Yeah, you've already beat out the competition. These other people cannot compete where they don't compare. They may want to show up, but they really are not. Like when I say that these other people she knows are not shit, they are not shit. Like they would never step up for her, be an adult for her, none of that. These people are like just not good. They're not good for her energetically. And I think that's the weakness that she needs to sacrifice would be these people from her past. But also not doing witchcraft on people anymore because it makes them obsessed. Ace of Swords. So you are being very highly protected, Tropical Tarot. Highly protected at this time. I don't think anything can break through this protection. I just don't see it's possible. But also, you are protecting yourself. You're protecting your assets. Maybe somebody wants you to shut up. Whatever this telepathic energy that was being sent to you, it's supposed to bully you into submission. But you're in an energy of peace. I would take the rehab letting you go as a win. And giving you your money back, I mean, I'd be like, wow, something really changed. Yeah, you probably shift realities. Gain. With you being at peace and bringing peace into everything, you sit to gain basically everything. Everything that you want. Satiated, which is going to make you satiated. You're going to feel like, okay, I've got enough. I can chill. Yeah. Releasing this worry. Okay. These other people need to be worried about karma, but they're probably not even worried about it. Ace of Wands, which is you possibly beginning a family, getting to start over, and then swiftness to that. So that's a beautiful thought right there. This other Knight of Wands person that thinks they're a competitor to you, they're really not. They're really not. Okay. All right, you guys. I am going to shut the reading down. I've got to go get something to eat. Kiwi Kid, I think you had another question, but I will be on here tomorrow. So if you need your question answered, is it okay if we wait till tomorrow? I'll make a note of it, but I am 100% for sure that I'll remember. Anytime I write something down, I always remember it. Not as much as when I type it, but when I write it down, it's like whatever that memory, part of memory where you visualize things. Okay, you guys, thank you for making it to the ending of this reading. I love you so much. You know, Tropical Tarot, everything's going good. And I think it's a good sign. Nothing really came out in the cards that is like shocking or bad. So I feel like with the two different decks, yeah, you're good. You guys, you're good. You are good to move forward and to live your life. And if anything were to go wrong, then come back and talk to me about it. But I feel like where everything's going right now, focus on everything being good. And remember that a restart in a relationship and coming together and healing and forgiveness has to be both parties. And it feels like she's willing to cooperate. Okay, I love you guys so much. Thank you, Kiwi Kid. Thank you, Tropical Tarot. Thank you guys for your donations. God bless you. Peace be with you. And I'll see you in the next reading. If you guys could like the video, tap the notification bell, and make sure you're subscribed, I would really appreciate it. Okay? Kisses, hugs, peace be with you. I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay? Bye.